that hair?
All right, let's get today started. So everyone settle down, put your phones away, and let's get it rolling. All right, first off, I just want to say, why the heck is Eric Key wearing sweatpants? I think this is a total joke, Anyways, good evening, athletes, coaches, and honored guests. My name is Brady, and this is Brooke. Thank you all for attending Lillian Osborne Athletic Banquet. We are honored to be your master of ceremonies for tonight's celebration.
The schedule for tonight is in the programs on your tables. We are going to present a number of awards before dinner, which will be ready for 6:15. To start off the evening, we would like to welcome our principal, Mr. Radmanovich, to bring a welcome message. Or maybe it's a goodbye message since he'll be retired at the end of the year.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, and it's an honor for me to be here this evening. I'm excited about the dinner, and I'm excited about all the awards that we're going to present here this evening. It's been a couple years since we've had this opportunity to do this exactly as is, so I hope that you enjoy everything. Before I get into my opening comments, I want to thank the entire athletic department for putting this on this evening. I know there's a lot of hard work, dedication, and organization that goes into pulling this off, so thank you to everyone involved for that. So maybe give them a round of applause. So good evening, student athletes, our coaches, and our staff that are here this evening. Welcome to our annual Osborne Athletics Banquet, Awards Banquet. As principal, I'm very proud and honored to stand before you this evening as we celebrate all of the successes of this year's Osborne Athletics, the achievements and successes of all of you, as well as our coaches. Tonight is a time to look back, reflect on the accomplishments as an Osborne legend and the successes that you've experienced. There are many positive and memorable events and moments that we can recognize throughout the year, and tonight's a night to celebrate those times. Tonight also signifies that hard work, dedication to your teammates and your coaches, as well as a commitment to your passion, is recognized, appreciated, and celebrated by all. Tonight, we are extremely proud of you as you have turned your passion into athletic excellence. I know that there's some people that are watching online as well, and so probably your parents and your family members and maybe some friends. So once again, everyone, including those folks at home, are very, very proud of what is happening here this evening. Our coaches and our staff are also very proud of your successes at Osborne. You've made significant contributions to our athletic program. You are positive members of our learning community, and for this we applaud you. To our coaches and our staff, who have spent hours and hours of their time working with our athletes, I want to express my sincere gratitude because without you, none of this is possible, because obviously we wouldn't have any teams. So thank you for all of your time. Could you please put your hands together for all of the coaches and staff, please? So as this young man mentioned and young lady mentioned, this is my final kick at the cat, I guess, if you want to call it, in terms of this particular type of an event. I am retiring at the end of this school year, so about 3 weeks from now will be my last day here at Osborne. And I wanted to say something as I leave, but more importantly, I just wanted to to send my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you here this evening because you represent what personally I believe is extremely important to a school. When we look at opportunities for students, it is through the athletics programs, through our fine arts programs, through our extracurricular activities, everything that we put together in addition to your academics, of course, because you are all student athletes, students first, athletes second. However, my passion has always been athletics. I was a phys ed teacher when I first started in 1990. I know none of you were born. That's probably some of your parents. I may have taught them in my first few years when I was at junior high school. But I've been a part of this type of a ceremony for a number of years, and it's always, always very special to me. If there's one thing that I'm going to miss extremely when I move on to my next career, it's the ability to come out to and watch all of you as athletes perform. I get a chance to meet your parents. I get a chance to meet your younger siblings. That was very special to me. I have two daughters. They're now 29 and 26. Actually, it's my daughter's birthday today, 29-year-old today. But they were this big when I started teaching, and they were with me all the time. And my wife was with me as well. And I would drag them off to all of the different gymnasiums, tournaments, etc. But for me, that was exactly what I wanted to do. That's what made me get up every morning and go to work, because I couldn't wait to work with athletes like yourselves, both as a coach, and then after I got into administration, more of a support network, support system, as well as a fan. And so that is something that I truly am going to miss. I hope maybe I will get invited back to some of the tournaments so I can watch you in action next year. But for me, athletics has always been very important, very special to me. And so I thank all of you, because obviously your passion is parallel to mine. And so thank you very much for everything that you do for Osborne Athletics. Thank you very much for your time and commitment. Thank you to the folks at home, parents, family members, and friends who not only support you in the gymnasium or on the field, but they support you throughout your entire time here at Osborne, and I thank you for that. So once again, enjoy your evening. Have a fantastic finish to the school year. And for all of you that are going to continue on into post-secondary, I hope that athletics is somehow a part of your life, whether it's officially or unofficially. Remember, sport is for life. Thank you very much, and take care, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Radvanovich. The students of Osborne have been very fortunate to have you here for 4 years. Now, I'd like to turn the mic over to someone who's going to be talking a lot tonight. She might get a bit annoying, but Ms. Grable.
Thanks, Brady. Hey, legends. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It is wonderful to be back here celebrating together for the first time in 3 years. It's hard to believe we still haven't had a normal year of school sports since 2018-19, back when you were all still in junior high. Well, this year wasn't as perfect, as many of you still had to play without fans, wore masks in practice and on the bench, and lost out on tournament weekends. At least we were back playing. Last year, things were so quiet in the gym, it was eerie. Having the noise of balls bouncing, whistles blowing, and Miss Luck cheering was a welcome sound this fall. And if the number of students who came out for all of our teams this year is any indication of how much sports were missed, it is reiterated by the amount of you here tonight and reminds us all how nice it is to be back. None of our teams happen without the amazing people sitting at these front tables. Lots of schools struggled to find coaches this year, as many people enjoyed the extra time with their own family and friends while we went without sports for a year. Teachers were asked to do even more this year with their course schedules, which would have given all of them a reason to take a step back, and yet not one of them did. Every one of your coaches came back, and we were fortunate to add some amazing new ones as well. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of our coaches who made these seasons possible for you and make my job so much easier. I know I speak for many of them when I say the time that we get to spend with all of you was one of the things we missed most when COVID took it away, and I truly hope that never happens again in my lifetime. So tonight we get to celebrate the accomplishments of everyone in this room. And while only some of you will go home with a plaque or a medal, each and every one of you contributed to your team's successes. I hope that the friendships you built and the memories you made last longer than any award ever could. At grad last week, Principal Radmanovich quoted Dr. Seuss when he said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened," which, by the way, I happen to have had tattooed on my back way before he used that in his speech. But I heard a new one recently that stuck with me. If something makes you sad when it ends, it must have been pretty wonderful when it was happening. So on that note, this might be one of the few times tonight I finish a speech without tearing up, but just know it's because as coaches, we love you all so dearly. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy tonight.
These look so dumb. You guys are leaving, right?
Thanks, Grable. Next up, we are honored to have Southside Athletic Club alumni representative here to present the SSAC scholarships to a few members of our graduating class. We would like to welcome George Zaharia to the stage to present the scholarships to the worthy recipients.
You might have missed out on activities for the last couple of years, and we as an alumni, we also missed out on being able to attend functions. Last year we did give out awards, but it was done without any functions, and the year before that we had no chance at all. So it's nice to get back into the swing of things for sure. Master of Ceremonies, students, teachers, coaches, and parents and families watching online. Good evening. The Southside Athletic Club, established in 1989, is a volunteer organization of individuals who have played or who have had sons or daughters play bantam and midget hockey in Edmonton and Alberta, have managed or coached teams, or who have served in executive positions with the Southside Athletic Club. The Southside Athletic Club, that was organized in 1963, has offered a developmental program in hockey to over 5,000 young athletes during the past 59 years. While hockey is the chosen sport of our club, the alumni has broadened its objectives, whereby it raises funds in support of young athletes who reside in South Edmonton and are engaged in various organized sports. Our support is in two distinct areas. One, to support graduating high school student athletes from all sports as they pursue a post-secondary education, and two, to financially assist young athletes who may not otherwise be able to afford playing their chosen sport. This year, we received 57 applications, and the selection committee selected 30 student athletes who will each be receiving a $1,000 bursary. Including this year's recipients, since the first bursaries were awarded in 2005, the alumni is proud to have supported nearly 560 graduating high school student athletes from South Edmonton with these $1,000 bursaries. Today, the alumni is providing a bursary to 3 students from your school who will be pursuing a post-secondary education. The SSAC alumni would like to congratulate all the school's athletes for their efforts this past year. We would like to thank the teachers who have assisted the alumni in identifying potential candidates, because without your help, our goal could not be achieved. And to the students, we would hope that you also find the time to thank your teachers and parents as they support and guide you in your life's development. At this time, I am pleased to offer a bursary to 3 student athletes from your school to be used for their post-secondary education. On behalf of the alumni, it is my pleasure and honor to present a $1,000 scholarship Southside Athletic Club alumni bursary to Joel Green, Maya Bezubiak, and Abigail Burton. Are they present in the hall? Please come up.
Congratulations, sir.
Joe? Yep. Very good. Congratulations. And you are? Abigail? You okay, Maya? Congratulations.
My bad.
We got injured in the end, huh? Okay, congratulations.
I feel bad now. Congratulations to all of you. Shout out Mr. Joel Green, high jump champion. Hopefully I get that $1,000 next year.
Tonight, we will be presenting awards to almost 100 athletes for their commitment to the teams upon which they have played. These points are cumulative for the duration of an athlete's time at Osborne.
Points are awarded for each team an athlete is a part of. Any medals won at city championships or provincial championships, individuals' awards received and extra contributions to their team. These points are added up and medals will be given out at the end of the year. And athletes reaches the permitted number of points.
Once an athlete reaches 15 points, they will receive a minor athletic award represented by a bronze medal. 30 points for a major athletic award signified by a silver medal. And our highest standard is a major athletic award with distinction, which is obtained when an athlete has 45 points or more and will receive a gold medal. Certain exceptions have been made this year for athletes whose sporting opportunities were affected without teams in the spring of grade 10 and pretty much all of grade 11.
We'll be presenting these awards in groups throughout the night, and we will start with the bronze medal winners. So can Mr. Smith please come to the stage to announce recipients. When your name is called, please head over to the stage with Ms. Grable and go back to the bleachers to take a photo after you're done. There you go.
Just so that everyone's aware in your process, come up on this side, come get your medal, go out that way, and then we're gonna head back there for the picture. So you need to head in that direction as we go through. And again, I'm gonna do my best with the names. I got 90 of them, so I'll try not to mess them up too badly. And we'll kind of follow with the wonderful pictures that will be going at the same time whenever they are ready back there. Excellent. Elisha Ampadu. Josiah Ampadu. Hashim Abdulrahman. Hilda Aliu. Thornton Atwal. Ryan Babu. Seth Baker. David Bechter. Jaden Bechter. Morgan Bentrude. Maya Bazubiak. Alexa Bialek. Biak Bick. Alex Bischoff. Cassie Burke. Abby Burton. Maddie Butterfield. Tatum Bush. Amanda Carnahan. Jamie Clark. Raven Delorme, sorry. Brandon Demaray. Taryn Dollywall. Wissam Delikin. Simon Doak. Arindi Dawn Malawegi Dawn. Brooklyn Dowdy. Elfis Shawi. Yusuf Alumi. Damon English. Georgia Fairbrother. Denya Falahi. Mason Fenna. Max Frazier. Tegan Featherstoneha. Elias Galmo. Andrew Gerben. Harpriya Gill. Joel Green. Emerson Hanrahan. Erica Hurley. Georgia Hurley. Brady Heschuk. Aiden Hiscock. Kunesu Janasi. Eric Key. Nancy Key. Jack Keddy. Mac Kim. Paulina Cozio. Eva Keffler. Julian Lau. Addison Lauer. Jacob Leung. Bruno Lima. Brooke Lowen. Caitlin Lee. Catherine Ma. Noah Mason Wood. Austin Meng. Zayad Mohammed. Naisha Naik. Taylor Oldford. Eve Olfert. Jeremy Olson. Cameron Palmer. Eric Park. Nathan Patrick. Jasper Petty. Emma Pietrasco. Kirsten Posey Lusney, sorry. Reese Pugh. Jylyn Key. Kevon Rain. Emerson Rubliak. Braden Ross. Christian Ross. Reese Scott. Prisha Shrestha. David Satole. Elliot Slavens. Noah Stevens. Go Noah! Drew Taylor. Michael Torres. Sophia Vukadin. Zawadi Waniungo. Effia Wirdu. Joanna Shu. Charles Yu. and Roxy Young.
Yes, I did. A few were stressing me out.
All right, while that group takes a big, huge picture back there, as you can see already tonight, we're lucky enough to have our incredible photographer, Rob Hislop, here taking pictures once again. Rob has become a common sight at the majority of our games and all of our special events. I know many of you have used his photos on all different means of social media. On a side note, yesterday was Rob's birthday, but I promised him I wouldn't embarrass him by having all of you sing him happy birthday. So instead, I had Abby make him a little surprise. So Rob, can you take a look up at the big screen for me, please? So Rob, this cake is for you to take home, courtesy of Abby and Burton Bakes. So happy birthday to you, Rob. Thank you for all you do for us. Before we begin our team awards, we would like to make a recognition for our golfers, who despite us making a very last-minute decision to enter them into the competition, our boys brought home bronze medals, while Denise Hui qualified for provincials, where she finished in the top 20. Next year, we look forward to recognizing them along with all of our other teams. So give a round of applause to the members of our golf team, please. And I should have known it was going to take Rob longer to take this picture, so I'm just going to keep reading. It is now time for our first group of individual awards. The Most Outstanding Player Award, otherwise known as the Team MOP, or MOP, will be awarded to the player that coaches felt demonstrated the most significant contribution to their team on the field of play. Teams will also recognize a most legendary player, which will be presented to the team member who not only demonstrates exceptional skill, but also represents Osborne Athletics through their performance, attitude, leadership, sportsmanship, cooperation, and contributions outside of team activities. I'm going to wait for our MCs to come back up and finish.
Where are you?
I'm at Brady right here. So getting us started will be the newest team. So we're right there.
Right here.
Jeez, Grable, you spam. Getting us started today will be our newest official team, which I believe Brooke here played on, the women's flag football team. So Mr. Klaus and Mr. Jeffrey come to the stage to give their awards.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say coaching this team was an absolute pleasure, and it was, to be honest, a bit of a surprise. And Mr. Klaus said he put that in his speech, so I'm going to let him do that. But I was just filling in for one practice when he was at home sick with your daughter, I believe it was. And I just loved it so much. I had to stay for the whole year, and it was amazing. So I just wanted to thank the girls and again for everybody here. This is just so nice to be back in the gym and doing these athletic award ceremonies. Sitting at a table here and looking up and seeing, you know, last time we did this gym didn't look like it did when we were here last time. It's like university, college. We're very lucky here, and so it's amazing. So, Mr. Klaus, you go ahead.
All right. So kind of what Mr. Jeffrey said, we weren't supposed to have a team this year, but then I volunteered to coach, so I basically saved the day. Just kidding. All the credit goes to Mr. Jeffrey. Unfortunately, both my kids got sick, so I had to stay home. So I was at home kind of panicking, wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then Mr. Jeffrey stepped up and decided to coach. So he picked the team. I didn't even see the team. I didn't even know who the kids were on the team. And then they played the first game as well too, and then I wasn't there, and then I showed up to the practice, and Mr. Jeffrey's like, everybody, this is Mr. Klaus. So I kind of went from the head coach to the assistant coach. So to start off, we had a good season this year for our first team. We were quite young. We finished third in our pool. We won our quarterfinal quite handily, and then we went on to the semifinals where we got beat quite handily by the eventual team that went on to win it, right? And they were grade 12 heavy, where next year we'll be grade 12 and 11 heavy. So I'm look forward to next year because I think we're gonna have a really good team.
Yes, we will.
Okay, move on to the awards. Okay, so for the most legendary person, this person was a great leader on and off the field. She was always making sure the girls were organized. She ran warm-ups. She made sure the girls were prepared. She was always cheering and encouraging the team, whether she was on the field or not. She never complained about anything, and she went about her business. She was a good player, but she was an even better person. This year's most legendary player goes to Kristen Pasalusi. I don't think she is here though.
But she's not here.
All right. So for the most outstanding player, this person was the most consistent player through the entire year. She was great on the field and off the field. We put her on offense a few times, and she was a beast. But where she was the best is when she was on defense. She was barely beat on the ground or in the air. She had quick hands. She was always pulling that flag, and she was quick to run any opponent down. But like everyone on this team, she's a great kid, and I hope next year that she says more than 2 words, which would be really nice. This year's outstanding player is Emerson Hanrahan. Oh, there she is.
There she is. Yeah, go to the middle, we'll give it to her. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's go get a picture.
Wait, on the right one, right? It's me. Yeah, right here? Yeah. Okay, so.
Great job, Emerson. Next up, we have the awards for the other football team. Can Mr. Smith and Mr. Waters please come to the stage to hand off their awards?
No, I think we got it. I guess both football coaches bailed on me and going to the hockey game, so I get to do this all by myself. But that's okay. Be fine. So again, football, it's great to get it back going again. I got I'm winging this part, and then I got what Mr. Leong had to say. So similar to the flag football, we were a very young team this year, so it was a lot to build. We didn't have a lot of returning players. but the ones that we did have returning played substantial roles for us in what's going on. Again, culminating with a very successful season with the way we came into playoffs and handed two very good teams some very serious beatings to take the Tier 3 championship. So again, super good highlight, super awesome for the football team this year. So super proud to do these two awards. And again, this is, I agree with everything that Mr. Long said, but I'm going to read off what he has. So our MOP was a tremendous leader for our team. He was a huge part of rallying the troops during the pandemic and did almost everything he could to make sure of our success. During this season, he played every down with full effort and enthusiasm, which was amazing for our team as he rarely left the playing field. He led our league in tackles, and ultimately he led our team to the city championship. We look forward to seeing him succeed at the next level as a member of the Edmonton Huskies football team. Our most outstanding player is Braden Ross. Our most legendary player was a player who definitely brings an attitude and skill set that deserves to be recognized. He started our season with a bang, actually literally a bang, as he was ejected from our first game for basically hitting an opposing player too hard. As the season continued, his level of play as a linebacker did not drop. However, it was later in the season in which we asked him to play an important new position on our team. He came in and played running back with no complaints, hard work, and amazing results. This is what legends are made of. As with Braden, he led our team to the city championship, and we know his attitude will lead him to success in his future endeavors. Our most legendary player is Alex Bischoff.
Good job, guys. Proud of you. Next up, we have the awards for the cross-country team. So Mr. Robertson, run up here and present his awards.
All right, so our cross-country team had an outstanding season this year with over 30 athletes participating in 6 different meets. After our previous season, we really didn't have anything that we could do. There were no real meets. We had students that kind of still did some running and some other stuff. So this year our athletes had to improve every time that they went out at every practice and at every meet. So this year we ended up sending off 4 students to cross-country provincials that were held in Red Deer. Our first award is for our most outstanding player. This athlete this year came and started with our cross-country team right from grade 10 all the way through to this year. They have continued to improve over the pandemic season. They showed up, they did a whole bunch of extra running on their own and quickly showed how prepared they were for this season. They led the team in drills throughout practices and continuously were striving for excellence. They quietly led the team by example, showing what it takes to be what it takes to be an outstanding athlete and runner. They are consistently pushing for a top spot in every race throughout the season and pushed all of our other cross-country team athletes to improve, not only through their words, but also through their actions and commitment. This athlete exemplifies what it means to be outstanding. Please help me to congratulate Daniel Golateres. as cross country's most outstanding athlete. And he's way back there. It's going to take him a long time to walk all the way up. Just stand in there. Oh, can I do it? All right. Next up, our most legendary athlete is this particular athlete exemplified what it means to be committed to a sport. They continued to train and participate during our pandemic season last year and came into this season in great running shape. They participated in every practice, whether it was sunny, rainy, snowy, freezing cold, whatever it was, they were out there, they were practicing at every meet. They pushed themselves at each and every practice and at every meet throughout the entire season. This consistent dedication to improvement and excellence propelled this athlete to the provincial championships. They became a leader in to all of our first-year athletes and exemplified the characteristics of being a legendary athlete. It is my honor to name our most legendary cross-country athlete, Caitlin Lai.
Congrats! This year, our volleyball teams had great success. 3 of our teams brought home city championship banners. Volleyball awards are next. We will have Mr. Brimacombe come to the stage to present the first set of these awards.
All right. I have to say that being at a new school, coaching a new sport in girls volleyball, I've never coached before, made me a little nervous, much like I am right now, a little sweaty on the brow here, before the season. Okay, we were in the gym. There's probably 3,000 girls in here. I'm not even kidding. I couldn't even see who was who. But by the beginning of the season, I was starting to feel like, well, we got a good chance here. Team was gelling, had some good practices. And then we had our first game, which was like we soiled the sheets, like royally. Okay, so at home, first game, 3 straight sets, we lost. I'm like, oh, you got to go in the PE office first thing the next morning. Guys are looking at you like, what just happened? I'm like, well, I have no idea. Thought we were going to be good. But that being said, that was our rock bottom. So from that point on, we were just shooting towards the sky. The team's resilience was a key part of that. So we were able to overcome that first hurdle, and actually the season finished with us in the gold medal match, beating that team that we lost to in that first game of the year in straight sets. So we kind of flipped the script, actually beat them in their home gym. That was J. Percy Page for our gold medal win. So awesome job, ladies. My most legendary player for the junior girls is someone who is always organizing everything. I swear I was going to get her to organize my life, because it's in shambles right now. So before a game, it was a pizza party. During the game, she's like reminding me of things that I should be doing as a coach. In terms of her on-court play, she seamlessly learned the ins and outs of playing libero, something that she'd never done before. I am pleased to award the Most Legendary Player Award for the junior girls to Emily Erskine. And now for my most outstanding player. Full disclosure, whenever I had to, and I only did this when I had to, join a drill because we were short of players, especially if it included some serving, I made sure that this player was on my team, not because I wanted to win the drill, but that was part of it, because I did not want to receive her serve. That was the main part. So she not only provided us with a number of cheap points in games because of the pace and movement of her jump float, but her defense covering the line and digging tips was second to none. Not to mention that she was our starting setter. The most outstanding player for the junior girls volleyball team goes to Brooke Desmarais.
All right, next up for the next awards, can we get King Bash to come on up and present the junior men's?
King Bash. King Bash. King Bash.
Go King Bash. All right. My friends, good evening, everybody. It's a privilege to be up here this evening. Before I jump into my speeches, I just want to take a quick second to acknowledge a few people who were pretty important as far as LOHS athletics goes this year. Starting to the person to my left, I don't know how much I don't know how much you appreciate how much Miss Grable does for every single person in this room. Whether or not you've played on one of her teams, you've had the privilege of being under her as like a mentor like I have. Every single person in here owes a massive thank you to Miss Grable, so let's do that right now. We are beyond fortunate at our school to have Miss Grable. I know there's no one else that I'd rather work with in terms of athletics than you. You're incredibly special to us, incredibly special. I also want to think for a second about what I'm saying right now. I want to thank the people over here as well. The LOHS game day crew, my friends, they made absolute heroes out of all of you this year because it allowed your parents, your guardians, your caregivers to watch your games at home from afar, like even overseas. They were able to watch you, and none of that would have been possible without the absolute amazing work of Mr. Agrodiak and Mr. Zhang. So please thank them, my friends. I don't know if you've had or taken the opportunity to look at any other high school's broadcast of their game day. If you do, you know that we're absolutely killing it, right? So again, massive, massive thank you to the LOHS game day crew. In regards to volleyball, I want to thank my two assistant coaches, Conrad and James. I had a super busy start of the year, and I know that I literally could not have coached this team without their massive amounts of help. So thank you to Conrad and James. And lastly, just before I talk about our MOP and our MLP, I just want to congratulate my entire junior boys volleyball team, wherever you are. I can't see anybody right now because the lights. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? on your city championship. That's the first time I think we've ever won one for junior boys. So that was really cool. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with my mop, and obviously this is a fun speech to give here. I realize everyone else has made a speech and they don't reveal the person to the end. I put their name in the first sentence, so I'm just going to reveal it right away. Stay seated so it doesn't, like, you don't have to stand here while I just make this amazing tribute to you, okay? Here we go. So this year's most outstanding on the junior men's volleyball team is Seth Baker. Younger sibling of Hannah Baker, one of my favorite people. Seth was a steady presence on the court for our team this year, and his ability to stay calm and level-headed through tough situations was much appreciated by his coaches and fellow teammates. Seth's hard work and dedication to improve his skills over the course of the season meant that he could continually raise the bar and elevate his game to the next level as we progress through playoffs and city finals. He played a major role in securing LOHS's city championship this season, and we're looking forward to seeing him continue his volleyball career next season as a senior legend. Congratulations, Seth. Please accept this award for this year's most outstanding player. Good job, buddy. Congratulations. Here you go. All right, now you got to flip it down towards the top part, or the top part. All right, congratulations. Nice job, Seth. All right. And now it is my privilege to announce this year's most legendary player. This year's most legendary player for the junior men's volleyball team was an easy choice for myself and my coaches to make. Damon English. That's who? And Damon embodies the tenacity, commitment, and resilience of a truly legendary individual. As captain, Damon led our team by example and showed his teammates the hard work and dedication that was necessary for success this season. Damon played a major role in creating the strong bonds between our teammates that were key to our success. And our guys knew they could count on each other through anything. And I'll always remember the absolute grit that Damon showed by playing through a bloody nose in our city semifinal match. And as the guys would say, do it for Damon. Congratulations, Damon. Please accept this year's Most Legendary Player Award.
Oh, is Damon not here? Damon's here. I was like, Damon's right there. There we go.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Okay, well, I'm going to do yours right now. Yeah, you're good. Oh, come here.
Keeping with the swing of things, can we have Miss Grable and Tashi come up to present the Senior Women's Volleyball Awards?
Okay, since Rob is so picky with his photos, so he doesn't have to say it 400 more times, award winners, tilt the top of your plaque towards Rob so that the glare on it, he can still see it in your picture, all right? All right, the senior women's volleyball team had a great season. We moved up to play in Division 2 for the first time, and we finished in the top 5. Yes, I realize we are the only one of the 4 volleyball teams that didn't bring home a championship. The girls played consistent every night, and we never doubted they were giving 100%, even when we had practice at 7 a.m. There were several people who could have received tonight's awards, but Tashi and I agreed on these 2. Our most legendary player has been a part of this team since grade 10. Back then, I asked her to be our starting middle, and she did it without question. Fast forward through her non-existent grade 11 season to this year. We moved her to hit outside as we needed someone who could make something out of nothing, which was quite often if you know how fantastic we were at serve receive. She always expected the most of herself and showed a desire to improve every game in practice. She was a supportive and encouraging teammate and a great captain. She led by example day in and day out, both on and off the court. I hope she finds the love for the game again, as it would be a shame to not see her get back on the court. Our most legendary player is Abby Burton.
Nope.
Our most outstanding player is a phenomenal athlete. This was evident from her start at Osborne when she won the school's top grade 10 female athlete, and not much has changed since then. She's got impressive hops, and which come in very handy for blocking. And when she gets her timing right, she sure can crush a ball. We can honestly say that her reaction and celebrations after a big play always made us smile. But luckily, we were able to lib her out most of the time, so she didn't have to pass very often. And serving, well, let's just say some games were better than others. During team selections, I told her what an important role she would have on this team, and that she needed to be there day in and day out if we were going to be as successful as we could be. She made some promises to me that day, and I can confidently say that she kept every one of them. And I couldn't be more proud to see what an incredible person she's becoming. Unfortunately, a week after our season finished, she suffered a serious injury and was unable to play any other sports this year. So I feel even more fortunate that I got to coach her one and only grade 12 season. She's got surgery this week, but I know she'll come back from it better than ever. Our most outstanding player, Hannah Baker.
Holy, the Bakers already got 2 awards. Well, up next to the stage, I'd like to call Mr. One and Done at Osborne, Mr. Jones, to come do volleyball for senior men's.
Is that my other one? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Fair enough, big guy. Fair enough. Okay, well, little does Brady know that I'm the one with the mic now. I'll start off with just a little bit of a highlight of our senior men's season. So to start, I'll echo what Mr. Brimacombe said about tryouts. I don't think I've ever seen close to 100 athletes in a gym before, so it was not an easy selection process, but let me tell you, obviously we have a little bit of talent here on the volleyball end at Osborne. We went 7-4 in regular season, and the boys would probably agree with me. We played more sets than we probably needed to, but all of our 5-set wins and losses, I always reminded them that we will beat the team when it matters. I'm a big advocate for being the best team at the right time. So in my opinion, after losing to Leduc and losing to SPA, those were both our quarter and semifinal matches. We were able to finally take those teams down when it mattered. I'll start with the most legendary award. Obviously, this athlete held more than just the characteristics that you guys can see on the walls of the gym. They were motivated to be there every single day. They were attentive, focused, and committed. Were able to communicate with peers both on and off the court, and were really one of the main players that I determined would be the quarterback of the team. So for you volleyball athletes out there, you probably narrowed it down to one of two players. Could I get a round of applause for our starting setter, Charles Yu?
Thank you.
Hold on. Let's move this way a little bit.
Ah, good catch. There you go. Take the top part.
Oh, listen to what he is dressed.
Can we get one more? Go ahead. Thank
Okay, and that leaves us with the obviously the all-star for senior men's volleyball this year. Not only did he probably lead our team in hitting and kill efficiency, he probably also, if I was to keep this stat, owned the service line with service aces with jump floats and jump spin serves. Was one of the most versatile athletes I've had the pleasure of coaching, because not only did he play the middle position, but he played left side and right side. And he really challenged me as a coach in a number of good and bad ways. I'm sure Eric remembers, Eric Key, our award winner. He probably remembers the time I sat him down sternly and said, I am the coach of this team, I make the decisions. And I think from that point on, he really changed his tune. So kudos to Eric Key, come on up. Sweatpants. Couldn't have lent me your pants tonight? Thanks, John. Thanks for the reminder.
Let's go pants. Can you just do it with palm up, shoulder down?
I'll be back up for those later.
I guess those sweatpants kind of paid off. Next, we'll head to the pool, go a little swimming, and ask Mr. Heppel to come up to the stage and award the swim team awards.
Thank you very much. Is it on now? Do you have to turn it? Okay, good. Thank you.
it's on.
You got to help me, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be up here. This is my first year at Lillian Osborne, and I got to coach. I had the pleasure of coaching 3 teams this year. So I guess we'll start off with the swim team. It was a very good season for us. All right. Coming back from COVID, I know everybody was antsy to get into the pool. Everybody was antsy just to get into sports in general. I'd like to say a big thank you to all the swimmers out there, all of you who dedicated those early mornings in the shivering cold pool. Fantastic. You guys made it so that I could stand there and coach you and not freeze in the water with you. A second extension of thank you I'd like to give to Ms. Taylor and Ms. McGowan for helping me keep my head and my sanity throughout all of the processes of the swimming season this year. So please a round of applause. Thank you. To start off, we had a very, very, very good season with our swim team. First year back, 4th place finish, okay? And that was against some really tough teams, some tough schools. But we hung in there with the big boys and the big girls, and we went through, and we came out on top with a 4th place finish, and I couldn't be more happy with you guys. So for the most legendary athlete on the swim team, this young lady was, let's say, small in stature, but big in heart. You could hear her across the pool no matter what competition we were in, and she had no problem giving her coach extra gruff when he needed it. Could I please welcome to the stage Roxy Young? I know. Okay. Do you do it now?
I was not expecting that, but thank you.
Let's go like that now. Okay, we'll do it out of this. And now I realize I have to hold this thing up higher. It's the first time I've held a mic like this. Give me a break. So the next award that I'd like to present here belongs to a swimmer who, although she couldn't make it out to our practices, she was committed with her club team. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal swimmer. Did not complain about any of the events that she was in, and even medaled in a few of them, and was very, very, very beneficial for us to have her on the swim team, both for her experience at the competitions and her success rate. So I would like to welcome Miriam Farag to the stage, please. Congratulations.
Great job, swimmers. Our last group of awards before we get to eat will be basketball. And we will start with the junior women's team. Unfortunately, Mr. Ball couldn't be here tonight, so we would like to welcome Mr. Brimacombe to the stage to present the awards.
In case you're not watching, it's 1-0 Colorado.
I guess it was a poor choice to PVR the game. Wasn't going to get away with that. First of all, I'd like to thank Coach Ian Ball. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he was the head coach of the junior girls basketball team, and he's been with the program for quite a few years, so really fortunate to have him as a coach for the junior girls basketball team. You are stuck with me instead, and I think that's the prevailing feeling that the girls had when I showed up to cover some of the practices and games. I had no idea names I was messing up. Eva became Eve. Selma was, I don't know what I called her, 100 different names, not her name. But girls were awesome, okay? They, kind of showed me the ropes, told me some of the plays, and they were super helpful and listened to whatever I told of them. In terms of the season, they were able to overcome a tough opponent in their quarterfinal match, and were able to beat St. Albert by 15 or 20. And so that was an awesome showing for them. Unfortunately, that's where it ended, but I think the girls showed a lot of resilience throughout that season, improving definitely from when I first started coaching. In terms of the awards for most legendary player, I think the words to best describe this player are calm and confident. Whether it was on the swing of a pass or a pull-up jumper, every shot this player took was with confidence. Time and situation did not matter to her. In her mind, it was going in. I think we all, if you've ever watched the live stream of any of the junior girls, would know who this is. If all I say is she for 3. So our most legendary player for the junior girls team is Christina She. And for our most outstanding player, whether the team needed a basket, whenever a team needed a basket, this player stepped up in a big way. Whether it was attacking the defense or throwing up one of her patented floaters or knocking down a jumper, she was the engine of the team's offense. On defense, her active hands got steals and deflections, and she was the top of the 2-3 zone. Her steely demeanor sparked the team whenever needed. It's my pleasure to award the most outstanding player for the junior girls basketball team to Munza Summer.
Now going on to junior boys, could I have Mr. Kong and one of his 19 coaches come up to the stage?
Hello. Thank you. Okay. So I'm not here to give you a physics lesson. I can't even see anybody, to be honest with you. The lights are way too bright. Also, I can see that the notes here are quite big, and I've made the terrible mistake of printing this way too small. Brimacombe, he had a funny story. I wanted to tell this story too. One year, it was kind of the same thing. Graves was like, "Oh, how's your team this year?" I was like, "Oh, these guys are great. How are you going to do against Ainley this year?" You know what, Graves? I think this is the year we're going to beat Harry Ainley. We got waxed by 70, so same thing as Brimacombe. Okay, so let's talk about our season. You know what? We were 4-4 in an extremely tough division. We played some really good games against very good teams as well. We took the eventual. I know, like a loss is a loss, but we took the eventual champions FX to a very close regular season game. But just like all the coaches here, the biggest thing was we were just so happy to be back. So that was kind of my big memory from this year. I also want to thank the people who are helping us as well as Coach Tom. You guys seen him before. He looks very nice today. Coach Fitz, who this is kind of his welcome back year as well, and then two coaches who couldn't join us tonight, Mujtaba, who's been a mainstay, and also Coach Conrad as well. So the two awards we're going to do, so I'll do the first one here. I'm just going to be like Batch. I can't do the thing where I don't say the person's name until the very end. So the most legendary players for this year, so the ones who exhibited the most leadership, had the most, best leadership for our team, not surprisingly, goes to the twins, Elisha and Josiah Padu. So don't come up yet. Don't come up yet. And I know what you're all thinking. You think we can't tell them apart, so we just gave the award to both of them. No, that's not it. The twins are very different. Elisha is a little taller. Josiah has a bit of a slimmer face. Josiah's shot is a little bit better. Okay. Elisha, though, is a more versatile defender. Elisha likes to play point guard, Josiah likes to play forward, and in the wintertime they have the same jacket, but Josiah has a green one, and Elisha has a tan colored one. I think I got that right. Did I get that right? Okay, perfect. And well, of course, they're both different. They both exhibited phenomenal leadership that was instrumental to our team's success. The twins were foundational to everything that we did. One or both of them always started, and one or both of them always finished the game. They defended ferociously, took charges, hit key shots, and most importantly, were the big brothers for a team that was mostly grade 10s. In one of our games, Elisha took an elbow to the face, gave him a bloody nose, and I asked him if he was worried that his mom would be freaking out in the stands, and he said, nope, she's in the military. So no surprise where the two got their toughness from. We're so proud to present this award to the twins. Now I gotta hand out the award to make sure I got this right.
Josiah, Elisha.
All right, hello everyone. There's a very famous saying that I like to tell all our players every season, and it's that ball is life.
And for a very brief amount of time, ball was life for me, and I bothered Mr. Kong, Miss Graybell, and anyone that would listen. I said, I'm back. This is the season. So thank you, everyone, for having me back. It was absolutely fantastic to be part of this program again, and a real pleasure to work with everyone. The San Antonio Spurs, a franchise that's known for their success, is considered to have been twice blessed. They drafted David Robinson in 1987, and a decade later took the young Tim Duncan, a player known for his fundamentals. We here with junior men's basketball have also been twice blessed. And instead of two twin towers of their sorts, we had the Kim brothers. So a bit of a giveaway there, and I'm sorry to have to always compare to your brother, including making the mistake of calling none other than Mac Jake on several occasions. But our absolutely most outstanding player goes to none other than Matt Kim, or as we like to call him, Big Mac. Yeah. I'm still saying nice things about you. Settle down, don't worry. It's not just about your brother. We didn't take stats, but Mac probably averaged over 30 rebounds a game. He anchored our defense and cleaned up garbage on the offensive end. He often went without calls countless times as he would get fouled underneath the basket, but never once lost his cool or collected nature. And whenever he had opportunities, he converted numerous free throw attempts. He gave us a real size and athletic advantage over the opposition, and he played out of position numerous times for the second half of the season and impressed us with how quickly he picked up on offense and even a handful of threes. Our team wouldn't have been the same without him, so a big round of applause for none other than Big Mac, our most outstanding player.
I'll say something and then you go. Good job, boys. Maybe Jack Berry would have won if he made a layup.
Mr. Smith, Ms. Johnsbell, and Chris, would you please travel up to the stage to present the awards for our senior women's basketball team?
It's pretty blinding up here. All right. I'm not lonely this time. The other coaches came. First off, I'd like to thank both Miss Johnsbell and Chris for being part of the senior women's crew. Very committed assistant coaches. It was nice to have, and it was a nice adjustment for me, having lots of good help with what's going on, because I need it sometimes. The senior women's basketball team had a very successful season this year. The team finished third place overall during the season, won the Emmy Lazert tournament, and won the bronze in our Osborne tournament. This year's team was built around a young core of players who grew and developed quickly into a defensive powerhouse. We played with speed and energy and never gave up in any game we played. I know myself and the other coaches are very excited to see how high this group of basketball players can take our senior women's program. Ms. Johnsbell is going to present the Most Outstanding Player Award.
Thank you. It's really great to be here tonight. I've been at Osborne for 3 years, but this is my first year of ever being part of some of these award ceremonies and banquets. So well done to everybody who put this together tonight. It's absolutely wonderful. Tonight I'm honored to present the Most Outstanding Player Award. I'm usually quite nervous talking in front of people, but one, I can't see you, and two, I can literally talk about basketball all day. Just ask Coach Smith. So I'm here to present this award, and for many of us here as coaches, we do this because we've, in our own journeys, had coaches that have inspired us and made us not only better at our sports, but better people. So I'm very honored to be here to say, first of all, thank you to this group of young women that came onto the court and just gave it their all every single day in practice. And in a game, you were truly amazing to coach, and I want to say thank you to the basketball team. As coaches, success is often defined by how many games we win, medals we achieve, trophies we earn, or banners we place up in our gyms. These are great accomplishments, don't get me wrong, but they are just one part of a team's success. Truly the best part of being a coach is seeing your athletes grow throughout your time together and to come together as a team and develop. The athlete we chose for this award exemplified exceptional growth over time. This player's learning curve and skill level just kept increasing throughout the season. They showed up with a smile on their face to each practice, even those early morning games, or morning ones, sorry. They asked questions, worked hard, and learned how to harness their competitive spirit in a positive way. This player had the ability to shift the momentum of a game with their tenacious rebounding and defensive determination. As the season progressed, they began to become a dominating force in the paint on both ends and started many fast breaks for us by their shot blocks or defensive rebounds, and often hitting the floor in the process. There was no doubt for us as coaches that this player wanted to win each game and push through adversity this season to help make our team a force on the court, and one that teams will remember that they have to play next year. It is with a great pleasure that we are proud to present the Most Outstanding Player Award to Danica Davidson. Is she here? I don't think she's here, is she?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, she's here.
Congrats, Danica. Now for the most legendary player for the senior women's basketball team. The coaching staff this year was looking to build a team that would be the foundation for what senior women's basketball is all about at Osborne. Hardworking, positive attitude, contribute in all aspects of the game: offense, defense, rebounding, leadership, sportsmanship. The player we chose for this award is a perfect example of the type of player we want all of our players to strive to be. She was a tenacious defender and rebounder who was up to the challenge of competing against the other team's best. She competed to her highest level in every situation. Sorry, I got the words a little too small. Was always willing to step up when the coaches asked her to change the position she was playing on the court. She was also a major leader on our team. She led by example on the court with all-out effort all the time, and also was an amazing leader off the court by always remaining so positive in all situations, and pushed her teammates to stay in that positive mindset. We are proud to present the Most Legendary Player Award to Maddie Butterfield.
Good job, Maddie.
Same order.
Now, on to senior boys, a team who was kind of like the Lakers this year, 0-11, sadly, but we'll bounce back next year. I'd like to call up Mr. Smith and Ish Kidra to come up to the stage, please.
What's that? I said Kedri, but that's good.
Yeah, I almost got it. That's all good, man.
Hello, congrats to all the award winners so far. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to recognize our graduating seniors from this year. So David Bechter, Alex Bullen, Wisam Delikin, Elias Galmo, Joel Green, Jeff De Messina, and Brian O. This entire group of seniors demonstrated outstanding leadership and commitment to our team this year and to our program throughout the time that they've been here at the school. So congratulations to you guys. It's been my pleasure to coach this entire group, and I'm proud of each of you guys for pushing through a season that included more injuries than I can count, weeks of shutdowns due to COVID that led to our season being really disjointed. It really is a testament to the character of this group that we're able to stay together, show our resolve, and compete each and every day. Guys, it was an absolute pleasure to coach you. I'd also like to thank Coach Ishmael Kedri for his continued commitment to our basketball program and our school community. Ish has continued to come back after 5 years of being graduated to support our school and our program, so thank you, Ish. On to our most legendary athlete award. This goes to a player who was a vocal leader for our team, both on and off the court. Even through a challenging season, he was integral in keeping our team together and focused on our goals. This is a player who fought through injury, a concussion, and illness during our season, but always continued to put in the work to get back out on the court and lead our team. He was instrumental on defense and was always ready and willing to go toe-to-toe with the other top guards in the city. He controlled our offense, scoring when needed, while always keeping his teammates involved. It's been my pleasure to coach Wiesem Deliken, our most legendary athlete.
I tried, I swear to God.
Take a picture.
Come on, let's go take a picture.
And now for our most outstanding athlete. This goes to a player who led our team by example, effort, defense, and intensity throughout the season. His commitment to the team was second to none. We relied on him every game for scoring and rebounding. He was always matched up with the other top athletes in the city, and he never blinked. There was no challenge or moment that he was not prepared for. His competitiveness and drive to grow as both a player and as a person are the things that set this athlete apart from others in the city. I'm thankful that I got the opportunity not only to coach this athlete, but to get to know him as an outstanding member of our school community. Our most outstanding athlete award this year goes to Joel Green.
Congrats, Joel. Come, let's take a picture, man.
Well, that will most definitely be a hard act to follow, but we plan to do it with all of our major athletic award winners who will be receiving their silver medals. Could Mr. Brimacombe please come to the stage to read out their names? Winners, please follow the same process the winners did when receiving their bronze medals.
Hashim Abdelrahman. Hannah Baker. Alex Bischoff. Maddie Butterfield. Abby Burton. Tatum Bush. Amanda Carnahan. Sophia Chow. Aiden Hiscock. Eric Key. Mac Kim. Brooke Lowen. Jeff Tay Messina. Catherine Ma. Cameron Palmer. Nathan Patrick. David Sitoli.
That's a pretty talented group of people, I would say. Calm down, guys. Yeah. Anyways, I'd like to pass it over to Mr. Klaus and Mr. Jeffrey for the awards of indoor soccer.
They're all back there. No. They're just all three winners are taking that picture. So they just have to
We'll just
talk about
and
your
then call
team.
them after.
Well, they'll start moving as soon as you see them start to move. They're almost done. They're talking about your team.
Hello. Okay. I know Mr. Klaus is going to talk again, and he wasn't sure if I was going to help out with indoor soccer again, but I was able to step in, so I guess I'm the hero this time, Mr. Klaus.
You are, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we just can't get enough of each other.
Yes, we really
Yes.
enjoy it.
So indoor soccer this year, I guess, I don't know, it was kind of good, it was kind of bad, but in the end, it was all right. It was a bit of a rebuilding year, as we only had one player returning from our 2019-2020 season. In our first 3 games, we started off quite well, and then we struggled a little bit towards the second half of the season. We ended up finishing 6th, I think, in the pool, and we played Ross Shep, who was the 3rd, and we beat them 2-1. We seem to have their number this year, and then we lost a tight 4-3 game to Queen Elizabeth. So I'll start off with our legendary. This year we have two winners. These two, dedication to the team was excellent. They attended every practice and every game. They were always trying to improve their skills. They're always trying to help the other team. They always put the team first and played wherever we needed them. And one of them constantly reminded me that they were playing in the wrong position every game. But we needed them there because they're a quality player. They were great at organizing the team before and after the game. Unfortunately, we lose one of them as they're graduating, so I wish them the best of luck. Fortunately, we have the second one, and she'll be with us next year, and I know she'll continue to be a great leader. This year's most legendary players are Hashim Abdurrahman, I butchered your name there, sorry, and Brooke Lowen.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we'll move on to the most outstanding player. This year's winner was by far our best player. He kept us in every game with save after save. Some saves were world class, but they seemed like they're effortless for him. After all the games, every coach would always come up to me and congratulate me and give me kudos on the goalkeeper. And I said we were quite lucky to have him. Not only is he a good shot stopper, but he's good with his feet, and his distribution is second to none. He has the skills to go play post-secondary, and I hope he does, because I know he'll do well. This year's most outstanding player is David Siholi.
Thank you.
Congrats, David.
All right, thank you.
Good job, David. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, so it's just here.
Good job, guys. Now we move it over to wrestling and call out Mr. Heffel to come present the awards for wrestling.
It is 2-1 Oilers, 3-1 Oilers on the power play goal. It changed from when I walked there to here.
Hello again, everybody. Don't worry, I'm only up here one more time, and then you don't have to see me ever again, so it's okay. Well, you do in school. Stay in school still. So I would like to say thank you to somebody who can't be here tonight. My coach of the wrestling team, I'll be honest, I was more of an assistant with this man at the helm. Jeremy Burke, he coached for a long time at Riverbend, and he came here to start a pretty brilliant program for wrestling, and I'm fairly certain that he has done that. We had a very good start to the season in terms of numbers. I was shocked. I've never seen so many kids in one gym for like first-year wrestling team. It usually doesn't happen. Unfortunately, with the variant of COVID that kind of surprised all of us earlier on in the season, we lost a few of our students, which is very understandable, but there was a small core that stuck by. And I'd like to start off by presenting the most legendary player. I'm sure when he walks up here and I say his name, you guys will all understand who I'm talking about. This is my very favorite secret agent, and he's always the most positive, happy, uplifting kid in any given room. And he's the most friendly, so please give a warm welcome and applause to Derek Wang, most legendary. The most outstanding player for this team, I'm sure she's going to love this inside joke that I have, but fun fact, when she went to provincials this year, when she placed quite high in her competition for cities, she did not know that there was 1,090 days between provincial athletic wrestling competitions. An outstanding wrestler, outstanding teammate, one of the finest athletes I've had the pleasure of coaching. Please welcome Cassie Burke. Big round of applause. She's way in the back. Oh, there she is. Good, good, good. 1,090, Cassie. You can't forget it. Come on over on this side, sweetheart. Well done.
Our next awards are for a team that really flies high. Can we please have all the cheer coaches come to the stage to present their awards?
Your face was so cute. I love listening to you. That's
All right. I think my team knows what I'm about to say, but unlike Miss Grable, I'll make no promises I get through this without crying.
I did not bring Phoenix up, so don't think.
I'll be good. So, this season, the longest any competitive athletic sports season on earth, with the largest team we or anyone we competed against had ever seen, started off with an excellent trip to the city championship football games, cheering and working on our sideline routines. And we think that the practice leading the crowd and performing in such a large venue was great, contributing to help us win our third consecutive city championship in the game day division. Yeah, we did. Back in our gym and on our mats, we saw so much growth from our new members to the team, and are thankful to our returning members, most especially our grade 12s. Damn it. as their leadership and guidance has been pivotal to our success. We saw additional success in our intermediate routine, placing competitively in zones, allowing us to qualify not one, but 2 routines for cheer provincials. At provincials, we scored a season high on our intermediate routine and came home with the gold medal in the game day division, scoring over 20 points higher than the second place team. For those of you unfamiliar with the cheer scoring system, generally the difference between first and sixth is less than 5 points. This was an excellent end to our season and an excellent way for our incredible seniors to end their high school cheer careers with us. We're excited for them to see what their future holds, and I'm very excited to maybe have another 30-person double championship team next year.
So our first award for our MOP, or Most Outstanding Player, I was going to make a really bad joke about MOP spelling mop, but it was really messy, so I'll clean it up for next year. We like to typically give this award to one of our grade 10s each year to recognize their hard work and dedication. Thank you. In becoming what the embodiment of a student athlete here at Osborne really means. So our most outstanding athlete this year is not only an outstanding athlete, but also an outstanding teammate and friend. She sometimes also laughs at my jokes, so that alone makes her outstanding. No matter what is going on outside of the 4 walls of our gym or our practice mats, she never fails to bring her full self to practice and always gives 100%. When we ask her to jump, she doesn't ask how high, she jumps as high as she can every single time and asks how many. Addison is an extremely gifted tumbler, a great stunter, and a great human being. She is a rock to her teammates, always supporting and never complaining, and is someone that we as coaches know we can count on to be a leader and a role model. We are so incredibly proud of everything that you have accomplished this season on our team and otherwise, and you are an absolute pleasure to coach. We are so lucky to have had Miss Addison on our team this year, and we cannot wait to see all of the amazing things she's going to accomplish going forwards. Because of all these things and many, many, many more, Addison, please come up and accept your award for our most outstanding player. I made it through without crying, so...
See, I wouldn't have.
No, there you go. For you. You are so very...
Buckle in. Woo!
More tears.
All right.
Yeah, this one's going to be hard.
If anyone was curious, this is what it looked like at provincials. I just wept. So, the most legendary player to us is someone who goes above and beyond for their team every day. In cheer especially, there is nothing without teamwork. So to pick out a standout single athlete is always so challenging. So we picked 2. Our winners this year have been on our team since grade 10. Both are incredibly hardworking and dedicated athletes who display perseverance and leadership on and off their mats. These are athletes any coach would want to have on their roster. Their commitments to their teammates make them not only incredible athletes, but wonderful human beings. I obviously couldn't separate these 2. They've been together, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. Hilda and Morgan, I am so grateful to have been your coach and to have been a part of your high school cheer journey over the past 3 years. You will be sorely missed, but I'm confident maybe one day you'll take my job and come back and coach our program. You have left an incredible legacy over your time with us. Please join me in congratulating our 2021-22 most legendary players, Hilda and Morgan.
I'm not sure how you can get much better than the season our next team had. Would Miss Yin please make her way to the stage to present the Badminton Awards?
All right, what an exciting evening to be celebrating with all of you amazing, talented athletes. I gotta say, it was kind of overwhelming for me in the beginning. When we had our tryouts, our gym was filled. About 100 students came to try out, and I was really scared because I could only take 14 of them. So, narrowing it down was way too difficult, but I've gotta say, these 14 athletes were truly the top of the top, best of the best. Some of the most dedicated, hardworking, humble, and talented athletes I've ever had the privilege of coaching. We had an undefeated season, winning every single exhibition game with really hard-fought battles against some tough teams, and ultimately came out as Tier 1 city champions. And then we went on to win our school's first ever badminton provincial champions. I'm very, very proud of every single one of you, the support you've provided each other, and the dedication to winning every single point. I'm really looking forward to next year and hopefully a second championship. So, our first award is our most legendary award. This award goes to someone who is truly the glue of our team, from making sure information is passed on to every single member in a timely fashion, cheering their teammates both on and off the court, and let's not forget the unforgettable bakery quality homemade treats brought to every single game. I am pleased to present this award to Catherine Ma. Good job. Here you go. All right, our next award. Our most outstanding player award goes to two players who showed consistency, maturity, and had a great head and heart for the game. The rest of the team leaned on them, counted on them, and trusted them. They practiced hard, helped others train, and on numerous occasions stayed up late to strategize lineups with me. They were truly exceptional. It is my pleasure to present this award to Julian Lau and Joanna Xu. Sorry, I cannot see. There. Hey. Good job. Pico. Julian's not here, so we're just gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend like there's just one. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do a fake Julian. We're gonna do a fake. Fake.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like any other teams, so don't like I'm gonna say yes, but yeah, I'm just gonna say yes, but
That's a pretty good job by both badminton and cheer teams.
Could Miss Graybo please come on the stage to present handball awards to our women's and men's team, as well as Eden and Mr. Laundry.
We had no idea what to expect from this year's women's handball team. Aside from a couple people who played a month or two in junior high, no one else even knew the rules. We were fortunate to have an incredible group of our best multi-sport athletes willing to give a new sport a chance, and the results were impressive. The house we built together is one that will stand the test of time. And while our provincial bronze medals are something to be incredibly proud of, this team was also voted as the most sportsmanlike team of the provincial tournament by opposing coaches. They didn't know that till right now. And as a coach, that means just as much to us as the medal does. It means others recognize their positive attitudes, supportive teamwork, respect for each other and their opponents, not to mention the most thoughtful coaches' presence ever. Thank you. Congratulations, ladies. Now on to our award winners. The saying is, offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. Lucky for us, we had both when it comes to our most outstanding players. I'll start on offense, which wasn't always our strong suit. She was our go-to goal scorer, and I had to change her position the last week of the season based on where I needed her defensively. I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure she scored more than half our total goals, including the biggest one of the season with 7 seconds left in the provincial bronze medal game. The couple games she missed due to other sporting commitments had me worried that we could possibly get shut out. Luckily, that never happened. I truly believe she was the best high school only player in the league this year, and the wonderful part about it is she's back again next year. Our first MOP is Maddie Butterfield. As mentioned, you don't win any important games without great defense, and a huge part of that in handball is your last line of defense. As a player, when you know your goalie has your back, it will more often than not bail you out if you get beat. It allows you to take more chances. Our team definitely knew she had their backs. She kept us in games and gave our offense a chance to return the favor. Based on her height, I'm not sure why everyone in the league didn't just shoot high. However, they didn't figure out that she was great at saving anything low, which is likely a testament to her outstanding soccer skills. She put a great deal of pressure on herself and held others accountable to the same expectation, and nobody wanted to let her down. I'm sad she only got 1 year of high school season because I can only imagine how amazing she would have been by year 3. The returning girls know it's their job to find her successor, which won't be an easy task. Our second MOP is Cameron Palmer.
Just slide over. Do a picture now. And now for our most legendary player. This impressive young woman was the heart of this team. She had such a desire to prove every day, and it was so rewarding for all of us when we watched it finally click for her. Her aggressiveness was displayed continuously on both ends of the court. She rarely ever missed a game or a practice, which is easy to do when you're playing. It's so much more difficult to do when a devastating injury forces you to watch from the sidelines. She always had a smile on her face, even when confronted with adversity. Being here tonight is a testament to her desire to make the best out of every situation. Following her injury, she was determined to get back on the court one last time, and her teammates made sure it happened, and she did the rest and made the most of the opportunity. And while her injury has changed a few of her plans for the future, she's got so many things going for her off the court that I honestly believe she'll be one to make her biggest impact away from the world of sports. Our most legendary player is Maya Bazubiak.
don't know which stairs are easier for her to get up.
Just making our way downtown.
It's like
Yes.
Ryan, you want to come up here with me? This year, our men's handball team went into the season with a giant target on our backs. Most likely because we had won 3 consecutive provincial titles, but it may also have been because of how much Cole trash talks the other teams and their coaches. Winning a 4th straight title when every team wants to beat you more than anything is impressive. And what's even better is that we did it with an all-rookie team. We don't win without everyone on this team doing what they did when they were asked to step up. Tonight we will recognize 2 of these guys, but the gold medals you each wore around your necks are a symbol to each of your importance to this year's team. When men's handball trials started, there were about 75 or 80 guys, all of them hoping to get one of the 16 roster spots. I was pretty direct with them in saying that of those 16, when it came down to it, maybe 7 or 8 would see the floor in games that really mattered. And of those 7 or 8, 1 spot was already taken by this year's most outstanding player, who I realistically didn't see coming off the floor very often. In fact, in the 200 minutes of game time during provincials, I think he played about 175 of them. At the start of the season, other coaches told me they planned to play man-to-man defense on him, but surprisingly, no one ever did. They might be regretting that now. He was consistent all year on both ends of the floor, but at provincials, he really stepped up his game. He was his own highlight reel offensively, whether it was scoring himself or drawing half their team to him to get the assist. Either way, he made up a huge part of our offense. Watching the incredible live streams back, I truly believe he was the best player in the tournament. And I'm very happy he was on our team. Jeff De Messina! Ladies, thank you for telling him to smile.
Surprise, surprise. I can guess this one.
Thank you, Simon. What does it mean to be a captain? It means doing all the little things right, even when nobody's watching. It means being someone your teammates respect and admire. It means you're usually the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. Off the court, it means being the one to text your teammates at 10 p.m. to figure out what size of pizza they ordered, or texting them at 7 a.m. when the game time for that night has been changed. Sometimes it means being the one to remind your coach that having fun is a good thing and that smiling once in a while isn't going to hurt anyone. On the court, it means never needing to be the one to score if it meant setting someone else up and doing whatever was asked of him in order to help our team win. It means accepting the pressure of going in cold to shoot a 7 with 6 minutes left in a 2-goal provincial final, and as the commentators called it, firing a laser.
It means doing what's best for your team even when it's the hardest thing to do, which happened on the last day of provincials. He pulled himself from the starting lineup as he wasn't feeling 100% and knew that having other guys step up that day gave us the best chance to win. Not everyone can say they'd be willing to do that. That's what it means to be a leader and a captain. He was the glue that held this team together, especially at certain practices, and without him, we are not provincial champions. I only hope the grade 10 and 11s have learned something from him, as he will be very hard to replace. Our most legendary player is Aiden Hiscock.
Congrats, guys, on that 5-peat provincial champion. Hopefully, 4-peat, my bad. Hopefully we get 5 next year. Boston in 7.
Now, we would like to recognize our top multi-sport athletes who have obtained their major athletic award with distinction and will be receiving gold medals. We will call Mr. Klaus back up to the stage.
Hannah Baker. Abby Burton. Tatum Bush. Amanda Carnahan. Jepte Messina.
That's a pretty fantastic group of individuals, I'd say, knowing only 5 of them won. Shout out Mr. Messina. Yeah, that's it.
Next, we'll head outside and ask Mr. Jones to come out to the stage to present the junior men's soccer team.
The award. Junior men's soccer team. I won, I made 80.
Thanks, you
I
too.
know, I saw you. Good job, group.
All right, back again. Okay. Firstly, I'll talk about the season for junior men's soccer this year. Started off with a tough exhibition game, losing to a pretty strong team, I would say, in the other pool. Kicking into normal league games, we scored some goals, but unfortunately went 0-5, which was a tough go. But I'll highlight a couple things. 6 goals scored on the season. Followed by 27 goals against, which is okay, it's fine. But Queen Elizabeth had 28 goals scored against, so we weren't last in that one. And I'll start with our most legendary player. Yeah, we'll start with that one. So this player of ours this year obviously showed the very important leadership qualities. Was also vocal and very had great communication between ourselves as coaches and the players. And he was also one of our captains on the junior team this year. Not only did he hold down our defensive line and was extremely stable, he made myself and Coach Rubin feel always quite good anytime he took a chance on a play. And he also kind of bared through a slightly broken nose in our last game of the regular season. So without further ado, Thornton, come on up for your most legendary. And our most outstanding player for our junior men's season. Our head coach, Ruben, wasn't able to make it here today, but me and him went back and forth on three actually different athletes. We don't have 3 awards, unfortunately, tonight, as we finally did kind of narrow down one. Firstly, kind of reminds me of Mr. Eric Key's role on our volleyball team, but this player was also extremely versatile. Anywhere we were able to place him or move him, he was more than happy to play that position. He held a number of unteachable and uncoachable characteristics. So being a volleyball coach and volleyball player myself, I wasn't used to coaching a sport where running and effort to just get to the ball is very important, moving our feet. He also played with a fair amount of grit and was never afraid to take a challenge that he knew he may not actually win the ball on. And to say the least, he was more than happy to play the body. So without further ado, Mr. Noah Mason Wood, come on up.
Taking the long road, eh?
Thank you.
That's big, yeah. Thank you all this season.
Thank you, you too. I'll be back again.
Nice work, guys. Now we move on to our senior soccer teams. I'd like to call up Mr. Waters and Mr. Jeffrey to present these awards for the senior men team. The girls or the guys?
It's girls. Who coaches girls?
Oh, I'm so bad.
Coaches girls.
All right. I don't think Mr. Waters is here, no. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a very quick thing. We had a great year, but a lot of when we're coming up here and we're talking about our teams, and every coach I hear talking about these great athletes that we have, and sometimes there's been some tough years, and there's been some great years from different teams. We've had provincial championships, city championships, but we've also had. You guys need to know now. We used to be a school that was growing, and we were going to wait till Lillian Osborne gets there. Wait till Lillian Osborne is that school that, because we talk about, oh, you've got to beat Ainley, or we have to beat Jasper Place. You know what? We're that school now. They now are saying we got to watch out for Lillian Osborne. So we are the tier 1 school, and we are the place to be, and we're not getting there, we're there now. And so you guys, the athletes and the coaches here, we're there because of you, and we've grown to that, and we want to stay there. So it's exciting because it's not growing, we're here. So be proud of it. And that extends to our senior girls soccer. This was our first year in Tier 1. And it wasn't just a year to compete in Tier 1. We were one of the best teams in Tier 1. And we were outstanding. We worked hard. Outdoor soccer is quick and it goes fast, but you don't do it without dedicated players who show up, work hard at the games, and give everything they have. It starts with athletes that give everything they, on the practice field and in the games. And I'm going to call two legendary soccer players who show that. Can I have Georgia and Brooke Lowen?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
And we couldn't do this. We had an outstanding season again, but again, it comes down to we had some great players and as a team. We had to choose one outstanding player, and it's Cameron Palmer.
Good job, Cam. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. Now we head over to Mr. Klaus, who's a real keeper, to present the senior boys awards.
Oh my god. Grace, I'm so happy to still be here. I know. It's so hot up here.
It is warm up there.
It is warm up here.
I look more flat.
Well, to start off, I think we had a very successful season this year with the senior boys. Unfortunately, it was cut short a little quick with a loss, but we finished third in our pool. We had a great team. We had 19 quality players, and I thought we were going to go far in the playoffs, but that's sport, and stuff happens. It was a little a tough pill for me to swallow. I think I was a little bitter last week, but you move on. Okay, so for our legendary award this year, I don't know what to say, but it starts. He started in outdoor where he left off in indoor. I can't say enough about this young man. He's a true leader and one of our top players. He truly encompasses all the attributes that is what it means to be legendary. I can't think of anybody else to give this award to. He truly deserves it, and I'll miss him next year. Hashim Abdel Rahman. There we go. I didn't butcher it.
Right? Yeah.
All right, now for the most outstanding. This person was by far the best player this year. He was a great leader on and off the field. He was this year's winner. It was a beast in midfield. He battled every game and controlled the midfield for us. In my mind, he was man of the match every game. He was by far one of the best midfielders in the league. He played like he was 7 feet tall, but I think he's really only about 5. Sorry. He has a great future with soccer. and I hope he continues playing. He's got a good opportunity to keep playing, and I hope he plays post-secondary. It's been a pleasure to coach you. This year's most outstanding player is Ryan Babu.
Good job, Ryan.
How much left?
Good job. And now for our women's rugby team. Can we please have their coaches come up to the stage to present their rugby awards?
4-3 Oilers, right? 4-3 Oilers? Yeah, 4-3 Oilers.
Still 10 minutes.
So we had the absolute pleasure of coaching the women's rugby team this year. Sometimes we had less of a pleasure for stepping in with the boys. It was awesome. Our entire team, except for one person, had never played rugby before. Only one girl had played full contact, and 2 had played flag before. So after a huge learning curve, the team fought their way to provincials in 7s rugby and were second in the city in 15s for their division. It was tough to get silver, but it was still the first medal for Lillian Osborne's rugby team. Words can't describe how proud we are of this team. The school's rugby program is only about 4 years old, including the COVID years, and they set the bar pretty high for the years to come, which is pretty badass. We want to thank Mr. Jones for running fitness for both teams. He was actually my high school teacher when I showed up, but he gave our rugby team the same love and support that he gave Lillian Osborne's rugby team, and that means a lot to us. This entire season wouldn't have been possible without the support and advocacy of Miss McGowan. She organizes everything and everyone and is always cheering the loudest for the girls, and none of it's possible without you, so thanks. That being said, we were asked to recognize a few outstanding athletes that went above and beyond for the team this year.
This individual led the team on and off the field. No. You should say it. Okay, this is for the most legendary, just to clear that up. 2, this individual led the team on and off the field and showed out for her first year of rugby. She brought the aggression and energy we needed, and she has crazy potential moving forward as a rugby athlete. The most legendary award is presented to our very own Denia Fadalhi.
So we also have another player for our most legendary. When I first started coaching the rugby team in 2018, I learned that the quietest players always surprise me the most. I'm sure many coaches of other teams can agree that the quietest players are always the most surprising. This player led through example rather than through words. She was always doing the dirty work behind the scenes during games, trying her hardest every second she was on the field. She was always there to help with equipment, was always at practice, and played almost every minute of every 7s and 15s game we had this season. Despite this being her first year rugby, she's a key example of what a great rugby player is, not just through skill on the field, but also through her actions off the field. I'd like to present Lauren Seiner as one of our most legendary players.
Just so I can pick this up. Good job. Thank you. Oh, I don't get on. Oh, no one gets on.
For our most outstanding athlete, our award recipient was a key pillar of our team. She was a monster on defense, but offensively is where she really flourished. Ironically, she had never played rugby before, but has already gone on to make the Edmonton Gold team, where she now has the opportunity to play for Alberta. She was a great teammate and a friend on and off the field, and her overall athleticism is just astounding, considering she also plays basketball, soccer, and flag football. Our most outstanding women's rugby player this year is Emerson Hannaran.
Congrats on gold. Yeah, congrats on that. We were fun today. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here.
Okay.
Okay.
Congrats, you guys. Now, for our men's rugby, we'd like to have Mr. Heffel and the rugby coaches come up to present the awards.
Alrighty. So thank you once again for everybody who participated with organizing, running, coaching, supporting the rugby team. When I started running like indoor practices towards the end of the first semester there into the second semester, I was always concerned with numbers. And you guys showed up in huge numbers. So give everybody who was here a round of applause for showing up for the rugby program. So we had one. Thank you. To my left, I have somebody who has offered their time this whole season from start to finish after school to those grade sevens tournaments that were so lovely organized that they went, close to midnight sometimes. He gave his time, a lot of energy. Please give a round of applause for Coach Tom Weinberger. So, as many of you know, probably because when you hear rugby, the first word that comes to mind is probably obscure, or what is that? It's very hard to take a gym full of people who have never even maybe held a rugby ball and tell them that you are to run forward, score across the other opponent's line, all while passing backwards. But you can kick forwards, and there's a whole bunch of weird rules. So for these two players, I think it was exceptional to have them here. We're very lucky. Because they were leaders, and both of them were exceptional both on and off the pitch. For the most outstanding player, I would like to give the microphone over to my coach, Tom Weinberger.
Thank you. This guy was amazing off the field, as a leader, as a player. He probably could have got man of the match just about every single game, I think. I don't think I've ever seen a kid his age hit so damn hard, but yeah, on the field, great leader, helped so much. He was basically our third coach, I would say, but yeah, he was awesome. But for our men's team, our most outstanding player was Mr. Taden Vadney.
So usually in rugby, you have a position, all the time in rugby, you have a position called scrum half. Your scrum half has to be really chippy, chatty, maybe a little bit crossing the line sometimes of legality. We have to watch that, Jeremy. Jeremy's the one winning, by the way. He showed a lot of class out there as well, bringing a lot of the new guys into the organization. He was
instrumental in helping people figure out like when they should not be in the way of the ball in the middle of play, or when they should be over here in the middle of play. So Jeremy Olsen, come on up here. Give a round of applause for Jeremy Olsen, most legendary player. There you go. You with your sweater and chain. Come on up here.
Comes up the wrong side.
Congratulations, buddy. Come on over. And make sure it's a little bit more. All right, well done, guys. Good stuff.
Great work, guys. Now it's time to recognize our track and field athletes. So could Ms. Gribble please come to the stage to present these awards?
Four, 5 minutes left in the game. Track and field this year was even more strange than usual. Not having anyone who had ever competed at the high school level made it even more difficult to determine who would compete in what events. And when we don't have a track or any pits to jump on, well, let's just say it's a complete guessing game. Luckily, we guessed right on quite a few people. The team sent about 40 athletes to divisionals and close to half moved on to cities. At cities, we took home 13 medals by 8 different athletes. We had 3 people finish the day as double medalists and 1 triple gold medalist. Based on these results, we decided this year to only award 1 award to our most outstanding player. It's impossible to compete with her resume. Gold in the 100 meters, gold in the 200 meters, gold in the long jump. Over the weekend, she competed in these 3 events at provincials and came home as a provincial champion with a gold, a bronze, and a 4th place finish by 5/100ths of a second. I use the term coach very loosely for track and field. I would say I'm more of a cheerleader, and she gave us a lot to cheer about. All of her accomplishments on the track are a result of her hard work and training away from the school. As you can see, it has paid off. Our most outstanding player is Addison Lauer.
What?
5-4 Colorado.
Colorado just scored. Now that we presented all our team awards for the evening, we'd like to take a minute to recognize some important people in the room. To start off things, we get Amanda and Aiden Hiscock to come up to the stage and say a speech.
Yes, I am. Go down the stairs.
On behalf of the students and teachers of Osborne Athletics, we'd like to extend our gratitude to Miss Luck.
Miss Luck has been our biggest supporter and cheerleader throughout the years.
Although she is officially a coach for the cheer team, Miss Luck has come out to cheer on each and every sports team.
From supervising volleyball games during COVID and packing masks in the bleachers just to be there in person to support us,
To taking the day off to come down to Red Deer to support the teams in the tournament, and luckily not getting pulled over on her way home this time.
or sitting outside, whether in the burning sun or freezing rain during soccer and rugby games and every single football game.
Miss Luck has been our #1 supporter.
And although she may not fully understand how the sports work, I think we can speak on behalf of every student athlete and even coaches that having her support in the stands or on the sidelines, especially during those times when we couldn't have fans, made a world of difference, knowing we always had someone there to cheer us on.
Miss Luck has had a positive impact on the lives of every athlete that has came through this school. You can see how thankful and appreciated her support is by those who have graduated and come back to visit her, as well as those sitting in this room today.
So if Miss Luck could please join us on stage, we wanted to thank you on behalf of all of us for being our #1 fan.
Oh yeah, it is. It's 5-5.
Tripping or am I tripping?
Say it's 5-5.
The Oilers just scored.
Thank you, Miss
Oh my god, it's not even on.
Thank you, Miss Luck, for being our biggest cheerleader. And to follow that up, I can speak for both Brady and I when I say that we are very fortunate here at Osborne that we have incredibly supportive coaches. We would like to call up Abby Burton and Jeff Messina to recognize their major contributions.
Let's go. You guys got this.
Can I move you so I don't?
We're using two.
Let's just.
On behalf of all of the athletes here tonight, Jeff and I would like to say a few words to thank all of the Lillian Osborne coaches over the last 3 years.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines a coach as a large carriage with 4 wheels and a raised seat in front drawn by horses.
Nope, different type of coach. The Merriam-Webster dictionary actually defines a coach as a person who instructs or trains an individual or team, but really there's so much more to it, and that is where we begin.
Coaches do so many things, like taking 20 boys who didn't know what handball was, the way, oh my God. Coaches do so many things, like taking 20 boys who didn't know what handball was, all the way to a provincial championship in a matter of weeks.
And that wasn't our only championship this year. Osborne excelled across the board with football, volleyball, cheer, and badminton city championships.
And don't forget the 3 provincial gold medals with cheer, badminton, and handball.
Although we could go on about the accomplishments in the game, it is the effort, time, and most importantly, the patience that each and every Lillian Osborne coach brings to every team that makes coaching so respectable and crucial. Coaching not only teaches lessons of hard work and dedication, but builds relationships and gives everyone a true sense of belonging and togetherness, which we as athletes are so thankful for, especially after the hardships of the last 3 years.
We would also like to mention that coaching isn't for everyone. It requires a person to volunteer their time to the sport and have tons of dedication, wit, and knowledge to even become a coach in the first place. Not everyone can wake up at 6:30 to set up 7 a.m. practices or have time to stay for late games during tournaments or having to deal with outside sport issues. They're there to build a team strong enough to win and create bonds with their athletes.
No, Simon, Grable did not get paid for scrubbing permanent marker off your gym locker when you couldn't remember your code. But really, there's nothing we could say to encapsulate all the things we have to be thankful for from coaches. I know for me personally, high school sports were the highlight of the last 3 years, and without good coaches, none of that would have been possible.
I can agree with that. High school was definitely better once sports were allowed again. But with that said, I would like to personally thank the coaches I've played for throughout the year, starting with Mr. Leon. I'm thankful that Mr. David told me about the Lillian football team. It spiked my interest in the sport and made me want to check it out. Once I came into contact with you, the path was easily laid out, making it fair for Once I came into contact with you, it was easily laid out. You showed excellent leadership to our team while making it fair for everyone. Not only making it fair for everyone. Not only that, but you taught us discipline and to not give up, especially this year after our loss to FX. After that, it seemed like the whole team was locked in and ready for playoffs, which of course led to us being city champions. Next is Mr. Smith. Everyone knows the story about how the basketball season didn't go as planned. But even with that said, you demonstrated class throughout the season. You taught us many learning opportunities while keeping the team morale high. You never let our record affect your image of us and brought us closer during practice, as well as on and off the court. I felt that even though I dreaded morning practices, I was still able to enjoy them because of how you built the bond of our team. Even now, our entire team is still friends with each other, and I want to thank you for that. Last but not least is Ms. Grable. It's very unfortunate that the grade 10 season got cut short due to COVID, but I'd say that this year definitely made up for that loss. Besides winning pros, the journey there outshined the last game. You guided a team that started from getting beat by J. Tracy Page, all-around dominant team. I think that everyone on the team could agree that once the Lillian tournament hit, our team chemistry skyrocketed, especially because of all the work you put into the team and believing in us no matter what. Even though it may have taken me till the last month of handball to actually talk to you, I'm still glad that I was able to be a part of the handball legacy you've created. Lastly, I want to thank every coach that was a part of any team I played for. You guys truly have changed me as a person.
I would now like to personally thank the coaches that I had the privilege of learning from over the last 3 years. Mr. Klaus, thank you for trusting me on the field and creating a fun environment. I'm so glad I chose to play indoor soccer this year, even though my foot is still broken. Mr. Jeffrey and Mr. Waters, your immense knowledge of the game helped the team grow both skillfully and individually. Although we are not playing in the semifinal tonight, hopefully the earlier end to the season gives Mr. Jeffrey more time to get on the golf course and meet up with the Flames. Thanks. And Graves, you've made me both a better athlete and a better person. I look up to you so much, and you're a massive part of the reason that I've chosen to pursue education in university.
And now we would like to extend our thanks for providing coaching to each and every athlete that we are speaking on behalf of tonight. You're all looked up to so much, and it is every student's goal to make you all proud. We would now like to recognize the out-of-school coaches and student teachers who kindly volunteered to join our Osborne community and strengthen our athletics program. If all of you could please stand up for a round of applause for them.
On behalf of all of us who've benefited from the countless hours our coaches have put in over the past 3 years, we offer our heartfelt thanks and hope to be able to make you proud in all of our future endeavors. Now a big round of applause for all of our wonderful coaches.
I thought that was the end of the thing. I'm sorry.
I saw good. Bro, I was super confused. What happened? Just leave it here?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a very good speech, Jeff Tay. I'm proud of you. As a small token of our gratitude, we'd like to give those cards that everyone's been signing to all the coaches. I'm assuming you've already received them. Yeah, you did. So everyone, please stand for a round of applause for all our coaches.
The coaches stand.
Yeah!
The coaches stand. Okay.
Oh, you didn't get that.
Is it me?
Yeah, it is. Scored?
Okay.
Overtime update from Simon Doak.
These next awards are presented to our most outstanding athletes. This group is broken down into 3 sections: top female athlete, top male athlete, and legend award.
These top athletes are in their grade who are best exemplified athletic excellence, sportsmanship, and contribution to Osborne athletics.
Our first award will be presented to our top grade 10 female athlete. So can Ms. Fallowfield please come up to the stage?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this one's huge.
Oh. Hello again. I never get to talk twice at these. This is great. All right, so I have the distinct pleasure of presenting the Grade 10 Female Athlete of the Year Award. So, most athletes work their entire high school careers to attain the elusive success of a city championship or provincial gold medal. But this year's Grade 10 Female Athlete of the Year has not only won, not 2, but 4 city gold medals, 1 provincial bronze, and 2 provincial gold medals in her first year here at Osborne Athletics. She is dedicated, driven, and consistently working to improve her skills and achieve incredible successes, winning in both individual and extremely large team environments. I am confident that this is just the beginning in a long, long list of accolades for this incredible young woman. Congratulations, Addison Lauer. You are this year's Grade 10 Female Athlete.
Congrats to our female athlete of the year. Next award goes to our top grade 10 male athlete of the year. So could please have Mr. Kong, or yeah, Mr. Batch can come up too to present as well.
All right, I am Mr. Kong. That joke was supposed to be funnier when we wrote it down earlier, but here comes the real Mr. Kong.
This is a bit. Sorry, it's a surprise, Ms. Grable.
We're doing really well right now. All right, here we go. We are here to present the Grade 10 Male Athlete of the Year. Mr. Kong, I'm going to read the first bit here. So the Grade 10 Athlete of the Year goes to none other than Hannah Baker's little brother, Seth Baker.
We did not practice this. We're not coordinated. I had the pleasure of coaching Seth as he was a member of the junior boys basketball team, and obviously Badge coached him as a member of the junior boys volleyball team. Not only was Seth a key player for the city championship volleyball team,
but he was also a mainstay on our lineup in basketball.
We counted on him for his defense, rebounding, scoring, and also his three-point shooting.
And as Mr. Batchelor put it, Seth is clearly a gifted athlete, but his composure all season long is what we really have valued the most.
Seth almost always made the right play, and he never panicked with the ball. He was calm and collected when we needed him to be, and others fed off of that as well.
No doubt. And for all his athletic success, Seth is a kind and humble young man. He is someone who proudly wears our colors and is an amazing ambassador for our school. He's also a great younger brother. And we are so proud to have a chance to have Coach Seth and look forward to watching his bright athletic future unfold.
Please join us in congratulating the Grade 10 Male Athlete of the Year, Seth Baker.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys too. You guys did a good job.
Yeah, great job, guys.
Oh, yes, hold the trophy. Where is the trophy? This is the trophy.
You can go down here.
Congrats. Now we're going to move on and see who wins for grade 11. I know Ms. Grable has loved hearing all of our guesses over the past couple weeks, so here she is to tell us who got it right.
All right, Brooke's right. I think one of my favorite parts the past couple weeks leading up to tonight was the speculation from all of you regarding who was winning each of the awards. So far, some of you have gotten it right, while others were way off. As you can see, contrary to popular belief, not all the major award winners have played handball. That's fair. Our top grade 11 female athlete was a major contributor on 4 teams this year, basically playing school sports from the second week of September until last Thursday. And those are just at school. Tonight's winner also plays at a very high level outside school sports. You've heard other coaches talk about her tonight as she's already taken home 2 team awards. She's an amazing teammate, quiet leader, and displays incredible sportsmanship. While many see her as the rock of her teams, she still gets emotional when, despite giving 110%, she doesn't feel as though it was enough. She lifts her team up with an encouraging word or even just a smile. This winner did in fact play handball for me and played absolutely anywhere I asked her to. She probably would have even gone in net if that's what we needed. Her other coaches would agree she's a calming presence on the court and field, her team's biggest cheerleader from the sidelines, and the voice of reason in the locker room. I've grown to look forward to her daily visits in my office just to chat or kill time before going to her amazing Phys Ed 20 class. She played an important role in all of her teams this year, and that will only increase next year. Having said all that, it's pretty impressive to have someone like that we can honor with this award. It's even better when we have 2 of them. They both played flag football. One went on to play basketball while the other played indoor soccer. Next, they were both members of the handball team and together played outdoor soccer. One of them threw in track and field relay just because. There was no way we could pick one over the other, so please congratulate our shared recipients of tonight's award, Maddie Butterfield and Brooke Lohan.
I have a secret. I know you're both right. It's so fun listening to you guys. It was the other version. Okay, there's yours, there's yours, and so we have to hold it.
Congrats, you guys. Now, I'd like to call up Mr. Jones up to the stage to present the Grade 11 Men Award, Male Award, Boy Award. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know yet. You had no idea.
I knew. All right. Okay, so for the Grade 11 Male Athlete of the Year, I'll start off with a couple of different terms here. This player and male athlete can be known as quiet but confident. They could also be known as reserved and humble. They can also be known as, from Mr. Kong's words, reliable or the most reliable player on the court. Responsible. In volleyball, as I had the pleasure of coaching him, not only was he in the middle position, but he was a left-handed middle. For those of you who coach volleyball, this is a very difficult feat to pull off. One of the most coachable athletes I've had the pleasure of coaching at Osborne in my first year, implemented feedback the minute I gave it to him, and he's going to be an absolute threat next year for the senior team, which I am quite nervous about seeing going forward. Without further ado, Mr. Mac Kim, come on up.
It's a little bigger than last one.
You're good?
Good job, Mac.
And now, for our graduating players, for the top grade 12 female athlete, we would like to welcome Mr. Robertson to the stage.
Thank you. I have the honor of presenting the Grade 12 Female Athlete of the Year to an athlete who's been on 3 different sports teams this year. She's an amazing individual who excels in all areas of high school. In cross country, she was an athlete that had to work hard to continue to improve and excel. It took great commitment and dedication which this athlete exemplifies. This year, this athlete decided to apply her dedication and commitment to other sports and joined rugby on a whim, which positively impacted the lives of 21 teammates and 5 coaches. Always wanting to learn and never afraid to put herself out there, especially when it came to contact, she proved to be a force to reckon with. When it came to tackling, where she was often found at the bottom of a ruck or in the middle of a mall somewhere, managing to be the first one out and running again. When you consider it was her first year of rugby, she has amazing potential moving forward. She is extremely coachable. Her drive, willingness to learn, dedication, and motivation enabled her to fill one of the most high-pressure positions on the rugby pitch. Again, this athlete led by example through her hard work, risk-taking, and becoming a stronger, smarter rugby player from there on. She continued this approach in track this year, becoming a force to be reckoned with. Using the same dedication and coachability, this athlete earned multiple medals and accolades from her peers and coaches. This athlete accomplished all of this while being an amazing teammate, athlete, and individual. It is with all of these accomplishments and her amazing outlook that I'm so happy to present our grade 12 Female Athlete of the Year to Caitlin Lee.
Congratulations.
That's a pretty impressive resume, I'd say. Now, would Ms. Grable come up to present the last grade 12 award for the male? I think we all know who it is, upset alert.
I guess I should just let Brady present it. I think what I missed most when COVID took sports out of schools was the opportunity to get to know so many of you in a different way. The extra time spent at games, practices, and tournaments allows us the opportunity to build these relationships that are just as important to us as they are to you. Apparently, most of you are scared of me in grade 10, some of you even into grade 11, but usually by grade 12 you figure out I would pretty much do anything for you. You're still scared of me, eh, Simon? This post-COVID world has taken all of us a bit more time to trust each other, but we'll get there. I know this because I've gotten there with tonight's final 2 award winners. I knew who tonight's Male Athlete of the Year was in grade 10, but I didn't really get to know much about him back then. In grade 11, the only time I really saw him was on the spin bike string sport performance. And then this year, I was able to watch him be a leader on defense during every football game, making big tackles when they were needed most, and being a major piece to their championship winning team. Next, I got to watch and even commentate some of his basketball games. And while their record wasn't what they had hoped for, it wasn't because of a lack of skill, effort, determination, and teamwork from the whole team, our winner included. Handball started, and I now got the privilege to see him come out of his shell. He's a quiet leader on the court and lets his talent do the talking, but it was wonderful seeing his personality come out after scoring some impressive goals or making a stop on defense. I've already said tonight his dominance on the handball court was a big reason we were able to four-peat. But the opportunity to get to know him and even beat him at the occasional game pigeon matchup will probably be what I remember most. The chats in the phys ed office that often started about handball, then transitioned to everything but, are the special moments that we cherish with our athletes. And I'm very happy I was able to share many of those over the past few months with our top grade 12 male athlete. Please help me congratulate Jeff De Messina.
You always lost another time.
Congrats to these grade level winners. You are all great examples of what it means to be a true legend, which leads us to a final award of the night.
The Legend of the Year award is in recognition of a member of the graduating class who through citizenship, leadership, service, and exemplary character has made the most significant impact on the Osborne Athletics this year. We promise this will be Graybo's last time up to the mic tonight.
Finally.
I'm just kidding.
Before I begin this last presentation, I would like to thank Brooke and Brady for a fantastic job they have done tonight as MCs. Some of our coaches were nervous giving their 2-minute speeches, and these two have been flawless all night. And not once did I regret giving Brady a live microphone. So thank you guys. Where do I start with this one? Our legend in athletics. This winner started the year as the captain of our senior women's volleyball team, where she played pretty much every set and led our team in kills, aces, and maybe even digs, and was recognized as our most legendary player at the beginning of the night. Next, she moved on to play indoor soccer, much to Mr. Klaus's delight. Her previous hesitation about playing boarded co-ed soccer was pushed aside, and she was a major offensive contributor. So when she broke her foot in their semifinal and was in a boot for the next month, it was probably the most time she spent off the court all year. And when I say off the court, I mean not allowed to play in games. It didn't stop her from doing as much in practice as she could, as she returned to the handball team probably much sooner than she should have. On the handball court, I was able to witness her competitive spirit as it was displayed more than ever in a sport where contact is allowed and even encouraged. She was once again given leadership tasks as a captain and had an incredibly positive and encouraging attitude. She would push herself to physical exhaustion, doing anything the team needed to be successful. Despite an x-ray showing her foot was still broken, she taped it up and suited up for Mr. Jeffrey on the senior women's soccer team, where once again she was always an offensive threat and led her team in scoring. No matter the team or the sport, she was always willing to take on a role that was best for everyone. She's got an infectious and energetic personality. She makes everyone feel included and supported and values the contributions they make to the team. She's thoughtful and caring and will even bring you cookies to cheer you up after a bad day. She'll learn to play Fortnite and bedazzle her grad cap to be there when a friend needs her most. And as you saw her cake for Rob earlier tonight, she's amazingly talented away from sports and displays this creativity on a regular basis while running her own bakery business. And while she could have chosen culinary school, instead, next year she will be playing soccer for the Concordia Thunder while she pursues a career in education. In her SSAC essay, and again tonight, she called me a mentor and a role model, and I am honored beyond words. She has done incredible things for Osborne Athletics, and as she goes forward to her next adventure, she will continue to do so, both on and off the field. Our legend of the year is Abby Burton.
Well, Brady, it looks like we've given out all the awards we can this year.
It seems to look that way. In that case, Brooke, it's time to wrap things up and say our final goodbyes. To some people in this room, it is truly your last goodbye. So I want to say one last goodbye to all seniors, grade 12s.
Please stand for a round of applause.
Please stand and applause for them, sorry. Yeah. Yeah! Good job, guys. You guys can sit down. All good now. We're still proud of you though.
We would like to thank the Lillian Osborne Tech team for all their help with this year's event. And a huge thank you to Mr. O and Mr. Zhang, along with the LOHS TV Game Day crew, for doing such a fantastic job live streaming tonight's ceremonies, but also all of our home games this season. In addition to tonight's banquet, your athletic fee also gets you some Osborne swag. There will be shirts available for everyone to pick up in the gym starting tomorrow at lunch.
And finally, thank you to everyone and everybody who was there to cheer on our teams this year. Even though we had COVID, we really appreciate it. And I want to say one really big thank you to one person who would not make this possible, Ms. Grable. Without your help, none of this would all be possible. So let's give a round of applause to her. Yeah! Thank you, and don't forget to be legendary.